So let me read some of these questions. All right. Why does God need worship to get more powerful? We're going to hit that. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Yes, you got this. I appreciate the motivation. Is that Ariel? From the group? Hope I'm not saying your name wrong. I hope you in class tonight. Shout out Tasha. He never loses. The Israelites sinned and God cannot behold sin, so he turned his back against them. Yeah, I mean, that sounds exactly like something you would say if you didn't want to admit that you lost, right? Like if you're a God, no disrespect to you, why? Like obviously you have a religion, but think about it like this: if you're a God and you're not all powerful, but the people who worship you believe that you're all powerful, and you want them to always believe that, and you lose a fight, you got right. That would be the explanation. That would be what you would tell people. Right? That is what you would say. Thank you for that. You would say, nah, y'all was sinning and I had to turn my back on y'all because of sin, and that's why that happened. I mean, you got to explain it. You got to explain yourself. Mind over matter, exactly. Did Yahweh devour all the other gods or just Jesus of Nazareth? Yahweh did not devour all the other gods, certainly absorbed many gods. Right? Yeah, that gets deep. Certainly absorbed gods. At first he was just absorbing titles, certain aspects. But eventually he begins to absorb just many different kinds of gods. And we'll get into that. Not tonight though. Great question. Shout out to Michigan students, shout out to Misty. She's an architect. Pressure for you. I know I'm going to catch flack for this, but who's Buddy in the middle then? No, that's Yahweh. You're not going to catch no flack for that. You thought that was the devil. That's Yahweh. What does the text say? Psalms 82 describes God standing in the divine council. He condemns the other gods. It just talks about, Psalms 82. Psalms 82 is when he goes to these gods and he tells them y'all aren't doing right. Thank you, Tasha. Y'all ain't doing right. And because y'all not doing right, I'm going to take your divinity from you. He actually kind of pleads with them at first, y'all need to do right. Y'all need to do right by the Most High God. Right? He's pretty much saying we're children of the Most High. This is not the way we're supposed to be acting. And he pretty much said, bro, if y'all don't get down, you're going to lay down. To sum it up. So basically, he's energy harvesting all these gods. All the post-civilizational gods are energy harvesting. What's up, Zulu? He let them fall into their enemies' hands so they can be punished for their sins. Sure. Right. I mean, that even has issues. When you try to explain that, is your book on Audible? I would like to check it out. Yep, it's on Audible and it's free on Audible. Thank you for the rose. Precious, oh damn. Right. What do you think about Imhotep being the Lord God and not Father God? Listen, I haven't studied Egyptology in so long, I wouldn't even feel comfortable giving you an answer on that. Because I don't want to mislead anybody or misinform anybody. Appreciate the question though. Reason Jesus said, I will make you fishers of men. Have you sent a daily heart? Thank you for that. Gotcha. Like Zeus. Zeus is much younger than Yahweh. I do not think Imhotep is Yahweh. But Zeus is much, much younger than Yahweh, but becomes one of the strongest gods while Yahweh was trying to rise up. There was a time where the power of Zeus and the power of Yahweh weren't even comparable. Two different ball games. Completely two different ball games. There was a time when Zeus was here and Yahweh was here. Zeus had a pretty interesting story of growth. Very interesting. Hey, Eloheem Ali and everyone here. What's up, Empress Jazz? Haven't seen you in a while. God wasn't the one fighting the Babylonians and other Israelite enemies. Okay. I don't know any of this. Good, good. Come and learn. Join the community. So Yahweh is Baal. Yahweh is not Baal. We don't conflate the gods. Right? Yahweh is not Baal. The Israelites were the ones fighting. God, okay, you said that already. Multifaceted because of their sins. Answer my question. Why does God need worship? I'm about to relax. I'm gonna get there. I told you. Relax. Yahweh is son of El. He ain't sitting in that chair. The Most High is not Yahweh. That's correct. Well, he is sitting in the chair, but Yahweh is not the Most High. Only dumb people will be confused by what you are saying. Okay. You say sounds like a northerner. I do? Well, how do you say it? You from Texas, right? Dave ever sent... Oh. Yes, I did express my appreciation. Alright, so we gotta go forward. I just want to learn. I swear I bought all the books and just starting. LOL. You bought all the books? You talking about the Philosophy of Order books? My books? If you did, you might as well just join the class tonight. We're having class tonight. So, alright, let's go into it. Let's go into it. Next slide, next slide. So let's get into it. Did God have a wife? Let's get to 15,000 for the next one. Okay, so archaeologists in the Sinai Desert found a shocking inscription from the 8th century BCE. It was a blessing. It said, "I'll bless you by Yahweh of Samaria and his Asherah." Remember when I told you about Samaria? And Samaria, they looked at Yahweh very differently. Right? Yahweh had a wife. Yahweh had a wife, and his wife was Asherah. Asherah was originally El's consort, the queen of heaven. As Yahweh absorbed El's attributes, that says absorb El. If y'all didn't know, I'm not the one typing this up. It's taking my information and typing it. Anyway, he also took his wife, hundreds of female pillar figurines representing her. Okay, it's important to say because it's going to bug me. It's important for me to say this. Okay. This is wrong. All right. So I didn't catch it. Normally I go back and edit these. Right. So I write essays and I give the pictures and I had the AI put it together, but sometimes it put things in here that I didn't say. So always check your work. I should have checked this more thoroughly. Yahweh cannot absorb El. I don't want to confuse anybody with that nonsense. Yahweh cannot absorb El. That's not a thing. So I made that super clear. Okay? But yes, he took his wife. Hundreds of female pillar figurines representing her were found in Israelite homes. The Bible's editors turned her into a wooden pole and condemned her worship to a race. So you gotta understand that the Bible been edited for a while and they were trying to edit Asherah out, Yahweh's wife. Thank you, I appreciate that. Okay? So, yes, Asherah is Yahweh's wife. Alright? So, one thing y'all gotta understand. The Bible is not the supreme source of everything Yahweh. In fact, the oldest writings we have of Yahweh are written that predate any writing of the Bible. Predate any inscriptions, text found in the Bible. That's number one. Number two, how you going to tell these people, the people of Samaria, if Yahweh had a wife? Who are you to tell the people, mind you, all y'all are the culture vultures. And so I don't literally mean that y'all are culture vultures. What I'm saying is, all of you adopted their culture. Who are you to tell them how the culture can act? The Israelites in Samaria were worshiping Yahweh before you even was born. Before your great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather was born. So who are y'all to come around right now and say, he can't have a wife? You go tell it to the ancient people who are worshiping Yahweh before y'all. You go tell it to them. Don't tell it to me. I'm not making this up. These are inscriptions that they wrote thousands of years ago. You go talk to them about it. Woo. I would not say Asherah is Yahweh's mother. We don't know who Yahweh's mother is. You should not assume that Asherah is Yahweh's mother because she's El's wife. El had multiple wives. I know some of y'all are uncomfortable with that. But the Most High in these stories had multiple wives. Almost every Most High in every mythology has a multitude of wives. This is pretty common. So you should not assume that every single god that is a son of El is a daughter of Asherah. Okay. All right. So let's move forward. That's fine. All right. So yeah, we got the 15K. A spirit is not a ghost. So let me break this down to y'all, because some of y'all don't understand that these gods are real. Just because you read something in mythology does not mean that's what happened. That's like me reading a story about you and assuming it's true. It's like somebody creating a poem about you and me taking it literal. So you gotta understand that these gods are real. And so now that we understand they're real, we gotta break down what they are truly. Alright? Now, a spirit is not a ghost. A spirit is a pattern. We're gonna break this down for y'all today. We're gonna break down a spirit. All right, so I need you to take all your Hollywood brainwashing and I need you to throw it in the trash. Because we about to really go into it right now. Okay, so the abstract realm, a spirit is a structured set of attributes that defines an identity or force, love, order, entropy. These are the true gods, right? So a spirit is a collection of attributes that make something what it is, the essence of something. All right? The essence of something. Think about it. What makes you, you? I mean, I want y'all to really think about this real quick. What makes you, you? What is it? Energy? What kind of energy? Because your energy changes. The energy you had when you was an infant isn't the energy you have today. Right? The spirit. So it's a collection of metaphysical attributes that make you what you are. It can't be your name. Can't be your body. Can't be the kind of consciousness you have. All these things change. So there has to be a consistent collection of attributes that remains consistent throughout all time and all variants of you. That's what you are. That is what you are. Now these gods are spirits. Thank you for that. Now these gods are spirits. These gods are spirits. So now a god is just a spirit. A god is just a spirit at a certain level. So once something is sovereign over his domain, once something is the true and ultimate of his domain, we deem it, we name it a god. That's all it means. A spirit that has complete influence and sovereignty over its domain. All right, so a pre-civilizational spirit exists through nature, sun, river. They don't need your belief. The representation is in nature. So the god of snakes, right? The god of snakes is represented through snakes. You don't have to believe in the collection of attributes of snakes in order for snakes to be here. As long as the snakes exist, then that collection of attributes in which we call snakes are manifested onto the planet. Thank you for that. So they don't gotta worry about that. But a post-civilizational spirit like Yahweh, they are born from a new construct, right? And they depend on a matrix, right, of human belief. Their power grows only with your attention and your energy. You understand? So that's the distinction. They're both spirits who have power over their domain, but separate these entities. Kelvin, I hope you pop in when it's time to debate. Hope you pop in, Kelvin. Oh, we're going to go into that. Who gave the country this authority? We're going to go into that. As soon as we get to 20,000 likes, we're going to go to the next slide. Because there's a matrix that gives the power to post-civilizational spirits. Yeah, I got you. I'll order the music. I know, Tasha. I doubt it too. Is Yahweh Jesus' father? I would say no. Emphatically no. Any questions before we go to the next slide? Yes, absorbed them. Yes. Talking about reading when you obviously don't read and don't know what you're talking about. Is Kelvin talking to me? I don't know what's going on. Then who is Jesus' father? El is Jesus' father, the Most High God. Well, that's what Jesus of Nazareth is claiming. That's not my claim. That's what he claims, in my opinion. Love this lesson. Rachel, what's up? Join the free community. Okay. Discernment. Right. Beings. Oh, he's talking to you? User 499 is highly intelligent, I would say. So I would have to disagree with his opinion. I heard the Most High, not El, so Yahweh and Jesus are brothers then. Yes. In a way. Here, can't remember. All right, let's go. We almost at 20K. Peace. Brother from another mother. What's up, brother? Kelvin, please, let's be nice, everybody. Let's be kind and respectful in the chat as well. All right. So, moving forward. The matrix is civilization. You see, the fall from Eden was not about an apple. It was the agricultural revolution. Humans abandoned nature's bounty for the promise of control. This was the birth of the curse of man, slavery, inequality, war, and disease. All right? Let's do it. So, the matrix is civilization. Yeah. If you really read Genesis, you understand the curse is agriculture. I'm not going to go break the whole thing down right now, but if you got questions on it, now's the time because we're about to get to the last slide soon. What's the name of the book I'm reading? So the slide is on here and also on my computer. That's what I'm reading. But if you want to read more about these books, you can read World War Gods, the biography of Yahweh. The free audio book is in the link at the top of the page. You can read films. All right, so let's read some of these questions that y'all got. What's a human? Human is a type of animal, manifestation of the earth, with a very special job to be a. I told y'all I am fasting. I'm on a 45-hour fast, so I'm gonna have my little brain breaks. What engineer? Oh, there we go. A human is a manifestation of Earth, right? An ecosystem engineer, right? So there's certain animals that have a special role, right? That is a bit more important than everybody else. You got two of them. One is an ecosystem engineer, and the other one is, I told y'all I'm gonna have these like as I'm fasting here, is an ecosystem engineer, and the other one is a keystone predator. So these two organisms are a bit more special than others because if you remove them from the environment, then things will go bad. So, and there are certain keystone predators and certain ecosystem engineers that are globally important. In other words, if you remove them, then you could actually mess up the entire planet. Bees are one of these kinds of ecosystem engineers. And so are humans. So humans' job was originally like, and we didn't have to think about it, we went around, we planted forest, food forest. In fact, the Amazon rainforest, as we know it today, was created by humans. So humans go around and we create more abundance in the places we are. We fix ecosystems. This is what we naturally did prior to the agricultural revolution. This is why a lot of those ancient mythologies, describe us as a what's the best word for it? As a steward to the earth, right? And so that was our job. We've completely violated that job, and we no longer know what we are, right? We think it's some grand, giant mystery. It is surely not. If you study any animal in its proper environment, it becomes very obvious what they're here for and what they do. All right. If we know that his name wasn't Jesus, then who is Jesus they chose that inherits the praise? So it is Jesus, but what you're saying is correct as well. Okay, so Yeshua and Jesus are the same name. The best analogy I can give you for this is there's a fighter, and over here in America, we call him Khabib. Khabib. Or sometimes we call him Habib. But most people call him Khabib. But his name in his actual language is in Islam or Arabic. Islam is not a language. Arabic is Habib. Habib. Okay? Now we don't have that huh sound in English. So if somebody's trying to say the name and they don't know about the huh sound, they're just going to say Habib or Khabib. So what you get is in certain cultures you have a name, but if somebody doesn't have it for the language that they're spreading that name into, they change it a little bit so that people in that culture can say it. And so Yeshua changed to Jeshua, Jesus, right? So Yeshua, you could see it pretty easily, like Yeshua, Joshua, Jesua, Jesus. And because it keeps happening, the more you pass it down from culture to culture. That's an oversimplification of the history of the name Jesus, but just so people can understand. So that's one half. The second half of that, what people need to understand is that Jesus, right? This is also a good point. Because at the time of Yahshua, there was no Jesus Christ. Right? So when Yahweh absorbs, right, Jesus of Nazareth, or Yeshua, over time, that entity develops that name, right? Jesus Christ. So technically, when you're worshiping Jesus Christ, as you know him today, right, he looks different, right? Sometimes blonde hair, blue eyes, pale skin. Sometimes brown hair, black eyes, pale skin, but with like a Roman-like beard. And he didn't look like that, nor was that his name. So now the image is also changing, right? And so it is a good question of what are you really worshiping? I heard the Garden of Eden was about birth of Israel. Well, it's a part of that too. Like all that is mixed in. All that is mixed in. But the underlying story has a theme. The theme is when we were one with nature, everything was good. But when we started disobeying Yahweh, well, in some Genesis Yahweh, in some Genesis El Elyon, the gods, the Eloheem, we were kicked out of that garden. And if you read Genesis, you'll notice this pattern of the gods telling them that these civilizations are corrupt and to leave these civilizations. It'll be a pattern over and over and over, and that you'll see. And eventually, the gods give up on the humans, and that's the Tower of Babel. Oh, fantastic. Zookeeper 9 area. Thank you. You're welcome. Do you believe in God? I know God's real. For me, it's not a belief. What's a human? And it depends on which God you're talking about, but I think all the gods are real, honestly. But I only worship the Most High. What's a human? What are people and who are they? Can you hold up the first one again, love? I want both of them. I don't know what you're talking about. You're talking about the last slide? Rose Byrne, artist. What are people? Jesus is Julius Caesar. Humans are hominin ape kind. I enjoyed the TED Talk you did. I just finished a 5-day fast. Oh, what's up, Tim? I'm glad you watched the TED Talk. Shout out to Tim. Shout out to Tim. Yeah, y'all. Anybody who wants to watch the TED Talk, watch it. I worked hard for it. I traveled all the way to Alaska. I made a lot of sacrifice for it. So if you watch it, please leave a comment. I appreciate that. And you just finished a 5-day fast. I'm not on that level yet. That's my next goal. To eventually, I'm going to go. Right now, I'm doing almost a 2-day fast. And so my next goal will be a 3-day fast. And eventually I'll work up to 5-day fast. I've never done a 3 or 5-day fast. I normally do 24-hour fast. So prior to that, 24 hours was the longest I did it. But because I traveled out to Jersey to celebrate with my family. And I ate all these things that I would never normally eat. They were still all healthy, most of them. But I was like, man, I need a reset. So I decided to do 36 hours. And I was like, man, forget it. I might as well go 45. And here we are. But I'm slowly coming out of it, drinking this electrolyte drink. The Garden of Eden was about, I love the way you seek enlightenment. I just don't agree with many of your claims as host. I appreciate that, Calvin. And it's fine to disagree. Disagreeing is okay. It's a beautiful thing. It's how we learn from each other. So I have no problem with that, man. Thanks for being here. Much respect to you on your fast. I fast, and sometimes it's not easy. Yeah, sometimes it's not. What are people? Who are people? I answered that. I thought I did. Let's see. Let's see. What you think a keystone soul is? Oh, I like that. I never thought about it. Fungi, okay, plankton whales. I don't know why y'all saying that. Oh, yes, fungi, plankton whales, yes. I'm so behind in these comments, y'all. Talk about the soul. We're supposed to go to the next slide. Correct and others are wrong. At least read book of their faith. Boom. And people, everyone is a human nor people. Truth, animals, angels. That was a great breakdown of humans. I appreciate that. Jesus' original name is Isho or Yeshua. Okay, right? Yashu. I agree, Yashu. That's true. What about Chaldean? Ao is Azazel? Ao? I don't know. And Chaldean, the A in Hebrew is a silent, no tone. Yashu. Yes, that's correct. Yeshua is his correct name. Jesus is a pagan name. Jesus is not a pagan name. Common man, how can Yeshua change to Jesus, man? I explained that. Isn't Jesus Julius Caesar? No. Join our free community. Listen to Tasha. The Romans changed the image. True. There was no J until 570 years ago. Yeshua is the correct name, not Jesus. But the Christ is here and has been here anywhere. The letter J doesn't. Okay. Y'all have a hard time with the whole Jesus thing. Out of all the things I said, y'all had a hard time with the history of the way that the name Jesus changed. Jesus is Yeshua's name or Yeshua's name. Sorry to tell you. It's just a different translation or a transliteration of the name. I know y'all want something cooler than that. I know that people go around saying false things all the time. That is the reality, okay? Now you can believe whatever you want to believe, or you could go do the research. Thank you. You did a 15-hour fast. Shout out to you. Because I have severe. Oh, you fast a lot? I hope it's healing you. Is Yahweh good or evil or a combination of both? A combination. Yahweh is what war is, right? War is not good. War is not evil. War is both. Heaven is a lady of the higher self because boom, 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 boom. I do appreciate the Chaldean philosophy as I love the numerology they practice. Interesting. I've got to look up Keystone Spirit now metaphysically. It didn't by force, unfortunately. Oh, 25K. Oh, we're above it. So let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We behind. All right, I'm done answering questions. Yeah, it's watching. I agree. All right. Boom. So who is the true Most High is what everybody always wants to know. It is not a tribal warrior, right? God demanding worship. It is a spirit of sovereignty, born of the abstract realm, right? It is self-existent, the first differentiation of the all. It represents the unity of existence, the matrix, the consciousness. Now, I don't have time to break that down. I'm doing a class tonight on this because it's Friday. So my students were going really, really deep on this. I hope y'all ready. Shout out to Nikki. Shout out to Tasha. Shout out to Misty. Because I know y'all all here watching. I don't know if Nikki's here. Sorry, I was checking. It was like TikTok was tripping. So if you have questions or disagreements, hop in the box. Hop in the box. Is it open? Hold on. If you have questions or disagreements, come on up in the guest box. Let's talk. Let's chat. If you want to join, if you want to be a part of the class tonight, all you got to do is start reading one of those 4 books. You get the free audiobooks on Audible. And the Philosophy of Order community is in the link at the top of the page. Look, y'all, I'm fasting. All right, so don't tempt me to take a break. All right, so if you want to come up and have a question, come on up. If you got a disagreement, come on up. Just a true Yahuwah Yahshua, not Jesus. Okay. Thank you for your truth. All right, well, it looks like no one's going to be coming up for questions disagreement. Much love for y'all. Make sure you join the free Philosophy of Order communities in the link at the top of the page. User 499, you need to get in there. I can't believe you haven't been in one class yet. So y'all need to get in there. So sign out. Thank y'all for joining us today. Teach people how to make some money or something. Yeah. In the future, I'll come back to that. Come on, user 49.